Oh, I'm finally out of work after yapping for 40 minutes. So, with that, let me get out of here. Let me get out of this unusual parking spot. I picked an unusual parking spot today because a lot of the other ones were kind of taken. So this was what kind of happened. I'm about to cut very hard. So I didn't really come up with anything to talk about. But I guess there is one thing I can talk about. So I was just talking with the girl who does self-checkout at night. Because I don't know, I just like talking to her. I think she's fun to talk to. And also, she usually is kind of bored. So I can at least kind of help her boredom a little bit by talking to her. And then it usually results in me being there for like 30 minutes or 40 minutes or sometimes the whole night. But, I think she enjoys talking to me. But the thing I wanted to talk about was she was talking to me and she was, I kind of talked about the whole Brian situation, how initially I didn't want to rock the boat because I was a new guy. But the thing is that she told me I had a similar thing happen where I didn't want to rock the boat when I got here. And I was like, oh, she probably, maybe she had issues with somebody or something, or somebody was rude to her or whatever. And then she tells me like, yeah, there was this guy that was like, 30, 40-year-old guy, and he was like trying to ask me for my number and stuff. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? What? That's crazy. And like, dude, that guy apparently has not been to the store in a year. But he would come and they would literally like tell her, they'd be like, all right, go leave for a little bit. Like, holy shit, man. And that shit's crazy to me, dude. It's crazy that there are men that are like that, dude. Like, go find somebody your own age. But I guess they don't want that, right? They want like a fucking young woman, dude. But it's something where it's like, I feel sometimes it kind of sucks to be a guy, but then I hear about the things that women have to deal with and I'm like, man, that is so much worse than what I have to deal with, man. Like, it's so much different, being a woman and having to like worry about this shit. And I'm not saying stuff like that can't happen to men too, but it doesn't happen to the same degree that it happens with women, dude. I can't believe it, man. I can't believe hearing stuff like that and just being like, wow, man, wow. And she said that she didn't really escalate it until one day, literally, he like slipped her his number, and then she was like, okay, and then she took it to the desk and they were like, why did you not tell us sooner? And I was just like, man, that's fucking crazy, dude. Like, compared to, I'm not saying that things are great in the deli, but like, he's not fucking like trying to do some shit like that, That shit's crazy. So, I don't know though. Just made me think a lot about how, fuck, man, it's gotta be kind of difficult, I guess. Especially in the world that we live in, man, because I feel like people are so fucked up nowadays. But I think that might be just partially because the internet exists, and so we see a lot more fucked up people than normal people. Like, there are so many people who they basically, live off of the attention, even if it's negative attention. So you see like all those lol cows and shit, but it just baffles me to know that there are like people out there like that, you know? Like I can never imagine being a fucking 40-year-old dude and like walking up to somebody who is like half my age and just being like, hey, you know, it feels like weird enough for me to like talk to people who are like, you know, a couple years younger than me, because I feel like I'm like, fuck, man, is this like weird if I'm talking to a girl who's like 22 and I'm 26? And it's like, there are people that are fucking doing that shit when they're 40, bro. What the fuck? Man, I don't know. But then it's like one of those things, right, where it's like, it's hard to equate suffering of different people, because like somebody could tell me like, oh dude, why are you complaining about your life when, you know, there's some dude out there who like lost both his parents and he's fucking, you know, in like massive debt and he has like a major gambling issue and some shit like that, you know? Just like there's somebody out there that has it way worse than you do. But I think about it and it's like, yes, that is technically true, but like I also feel like everybody's suffering is not created equal, you know? That's kind of the sense that I get. And while I'm here, let's see if we got anything going on at the park at the moment. But yeah, that's something I've kind of thought about, is I feel like not everybody's suffering is created equal. So it's like, it's easy to kind of judge people for that, but I also think it's kind of stupid. And in my opinion, damn it, why is the yellow gym has to be on the other side, man? Are you kidding me? Why did you guys take it on the other side? Oh my god, I'm not fucking driving over there. Hell no. Oh, that was a Weedle. Not shiny. But yeah, it's easy to be like, yeah, you know, your suffering is less than this other person's, but everybody has different, you know, contexts to their lives. And like for some people there are things that are not that bad, and then for other people there are things that, you know, that thing is way worse. So it's like, is it easier to be a man? Probably. But then on the other hand, there are things that are difficult about being a guy, you know? Like, especially sleeping, man. I hate sleeping because, you know, if sometimes things don't feel comfortable, and dude, there's been a couple times where like I go to bed and just something hits the wrong way and it's just like, fuck me, dude. Like, I feel like I feel like there is probably no worse pain than just fucking getting hit in the balls, man. It's bad. I mean, it can literally kill you. There have literally been people that have died from shock because they got kicked in the balls, you know? So it's like, fuck, man. That shit kind of sucks. So, I don't know. But then I think about it and I'm like, well, at least I don't have really fucking creepy dudes following me around. And, you know, at least I can defend myself better. I mean, I'm not saying I'm the most muscular guy or anything, but like I think I could probably fend off most people unless we got like a fucking WWE wrestler or some shit, you know? So I don't know. I guess it's better to be a guy, I guess. But then there are probably downsides, you know, that there are things that you can only do as a woman that, you know, are good, I guess. I don't know where I'm going with any of this. It just kind of came to me thinking about it. But like, you know, for example, she was telling me that she doesn't want to drive this one guy this guy who's our maintenance guy at night usually, who I used to drive a shitload. There were a bunch of videos where I'd be like, well, I just dropped off, I just dropped off my coworker at his apartment because I was driving him, and I stopped driving him, dude, because I got so pissed because he takes advantage, and he would ask for rides from her, and her parents were sketched out about it and didn't want her to do it, which I think rightfully so, because it's like you are alone with a grown man in the car. That's crazy, dude. So that shit sucks. But my point is, I think that honestly, it's kind of a nice thing to like have an excuse where it's like, hey, well, listen, like I'm, a young girl, can't drive a fucking grown man in a car alone at night, So I guess that's kind of a nice thing. You don't have to worry, you have like an excuse, because for me it's just like, well, I literally what I told him tonight, because he asked me, and I'm like, well, I gotta leave early, I can't drive you. And then, dude, I stayed till like 9:40, which, by the way, I need to talk about this, because, dude, I was laughing my ass off. Our closing manager, she apparently, Brian was trying to talk to her or whatever at one point, because I was talking to self-checkout girl for like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and he saw me talking to her while while he was going and bringing whatever upstairs or something, and he asked our closing manager, like, why is he talking to her and not helping me? Which is so fucking ironic, because he does that all the fucking time, dude. He just leaves for 20 minutes and goes and talks to people, and then he gets pissed when I do it. When, here's the thing, right? If I'm there till 10 and I'm not doing my job or whatever, okay. But I clocked out. I was only there till 9. I clocked out. I'm done. You're the guy that's there till 10. You're supposed to do that shit. He's getting angry that I'm not doing the work after I punched out. I just want to talk to somebody for fucking, 20 minutes. Like, and she's telling me, like, he's asking why you're still here and why you're not helping him. And she's like, yeah, I know. Like, I know it's stupid. But I was like, wow, dude. Wow, that's fucking crazy, man. Yeah, she, I wanted to talk to her for a little bit. I like to try to just keep her company, because then it passes the time quicker, because she always talks about how, like, oh my god, dude, just like one more hour. It's so slow. It feels like it's been like forever. So I try to just, give her something to get her mind off of self-checkout for a while. But holy shit, man, like, bro, I can't even believe the fact that he was getting pissed about that, but it makes me kind of happy, dude. Just to see, like, he has to sit there and he has to see me talking to this girl that he's always trying to talk to, and spends way too long talking to her and like coming up with excuses to talk. Like, literally, there's this one guy that I've talked about, a guy that had surgery, and he got the surgery to correct his botched surgery, and he was back today again. So I was helping other people. I was helping a woman that had a big order. So eventually Brian finally comes out and helps him. And dude, they were talking for like 30 minutes. Like, literally 30 minutes. And it's like, I get, I think it's fair to talk to the customers, and when you're my, like my favorite coworker, sometimes he does that. And I don't care, because he does his work. I have no problem with whatever the fuck you do. I don't care if you spend an hour yapping. I don't care if you eat stuff. I don't care, I don't care, whatever, if you do your work. But when you're not doing trying to get the work done, and you're trying to pile it all on me. And then you're also doing that. It's like, come on, man, come on. And I clocked in my whole 7 hours. I literally 6 hours 45 minutes of working, and then I took my 15-minute break, which he left. So I was like, okay, well, it's 8:45. I'm leaving, bro. I'm just leaving. And then he was buying stuff, and he's looking at me like, where's he going? And I literally could walk. I was leaving, and I could see his reflection through the doors looking at me like, where's he going? Why is he leaving? What? It's not time for him to leave yet, because I didn't take my break and he just left. So, whatever. I will say, there's a tiny bit of progress. Okay? There was one point today where he was putting back the garbage can, and I was using the sink, and my foot was in the way. And he saw that, and he didn't just try to, like, shove it in there and, whatever. He's like, watch your foot, dude. That's the level of progress, right? Like, holy shit, he said something beside, I'm going to the bathroom, or I'm going on break, or I'm going somewhere. That's the level of progress that we got. But it's progress. We got progress. Yay. Dude, that shit was so stupid, man. It was so stupid. Oh, man. Oh, but like, yeah, I can't believe he was getting pissed about that. I literally clocked out. I literally punched out. What do you want me to do? You want me to work for free? No thanks. No thanks. No thank you, bro. No thank you. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. Dude, I hate this stupid fucking blue light, man. Why they have that blue light and it fucking blinds you when you're making that turn? Bruh. Nah, but dude, it was incredible to fucking hear that. And everybody knew, like, what? He punched out. Why the fuck could he come back and work? Why would he come back and work, bro? It's so fucking dumb, bro. Like, dude, I was a little pissed early in the shift, because just, like, watching him, dude, it's just fucking infuriating, man. It's just so obvious to see he's not fucking doing anything. And he just, I don't know, somehow he gets away with it, man. I don't get it. I'm pretty sure our store manager is protecting him. I'm just gonna leave it at that, Whatever. Enjoy fucking protecting a guy who is fucking trying to destroy your store, bro. Enjoy that shit. Alright, well, with that, I gotta go home. I gotta upload, because I didn't upload before I rendered it and everything. I just didn't upload it, so I gotta upload it now. So, yeah, I guess that's it.